Okay, FMX reports are in your packet as noted. Monthly enrollment is noted. Is there any other new business?
I have some.
Okay.
First of all, Dr. Mitchell, I talked about 3 months worth of solicitor reports. I have not gotten them yet. October, November, December. That's one thing. Number two, I've been getting a lot of complaints about mumbling board members that you can't even hear, and talking amongst yourselves during the meeting, which is very, very rude because people in the audience can't hear. All they hear is the two people talking. That's number two. Number three, I heard Dr. Mitchell just read his statement from October that he made on the meeting comments on social media. I find that very ironic considering this board has allowed so much disrespect and so much slander in this room.
Is there a question?
That's it's a comment.
Question?
It's a comment to what he said.
Okay. And out of curiosity, how does this help students?
Well, you noticed last week I wasn't the one that started the conversation, so you talk to the people that keep doing it. Maybe you can address that.
Any other new business?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So I think most of us, all of us, have received an email from a community member this last week regarding video recording. I'm not correct. I think we all got that?
I did. Everybody else get it?
Okay. So I don't want to speak on behalf of everybody, but I believe to the best of my knowledge, that none of us on this board have a problem with being videoed, correct?
Well, let's pause there. Do you have a problem? Do you have a problem? Do you have a problem? Mr. Lawyer, I don't have a problem. Do you have a problem? You?
No.
Ms. Sullivan?
Oh, I could be.
Anyone on that side? Mr. Barron, do you have a problem being videotaped? Okay. So with that said, let me ask another question. We'll just pause there if I can, unless you get the answer.
I have more, but
Okay,
that's fine.
go ahead. I'll stop there.
Okay. I think that the problem, what I'm hearing even tonight is, and for myself personally, is what Dwayne is doing with the videos and using them to push a false narrative on behalf of the board, the
Again, this is
administration,
not board
and
business.
We talked about this already. One person has the floor.
He's misleading and intentionally deceiving the community. There's a lot of people here tonight. He's purposefully sowing hostility within the community, trying to sow hostility within the board, and pushing this false narrative with malicious intent. Everything we say as board members is being misrepresented and taken out of context. And I can assure you that when I ran this last year, I'm sure when Nick ran this last year, he has a body cam on right now that he's not to be using at the table we just turned on.
It's a public meeting.
Supposed to be sitting back
Get
there.
past it. Thank you.
None of us
Yes.
expected to get up here and deal with what we're dealing with. And all the school directors took an oath. But he continues to not follow the guidelines in place. And again, he is defaming all of the board members, the other 8 of us, all of us have been included in it. He's defamed staff members, Ms. Dr. Mitchell, he has defamed all of us. And it's got to end. It's got to end.
Well, there's only one solution that I can think of. With that said, we have video.
You what?
Tom, what's the goal? We start video so that the public has the clear. They can compare it to what he puts up there, and that takes care of that. Solves that problem.
And I know we talked about that, but the price was
Tom,
astronomical.
what's the price?
Price range for anywhere from about 30,000 to 50,000, depending if we wanted wired mics or wireless mics.
Okay. Start over here. Are you willing to increase the budget to cover video cameras and microphones and storage?
I know you're not voting on your business.
I'm not.
I have a question though. Is it going to only be used for 3 meetings a month for a few hours, or would it be used for other stuff?
That's what it would be used for 3. And this is not. And let me clarify. When I went around the room, does anybody have any asking
It's
about
not gonna
video?
stop him
And
from what
when
he's
I
doing.
went around and I'm going around the room, this is not a binding. This is a consensus. This is a straw poll. So, yes, it would only be for property and supply, curriculum, work session, and the actual board meeting. Are you willing to increase the budget for
For a
that?
few hours a month?
Yes or no? This is yes or no.
No.
No, not for that.
Ryan? I'm not. You? You? Mr. Sullivan, are you willing to increase the budget for that?
When we had the money, we just threw it into athletics.
No, we just, no. this
Could've
is-
definitely
that-
pulled it out.
The question that I'm asking Mr.
I'm
Sullivan.
not gonna increase the budget, we had the money.
Okay, so,
We had the
so
money.
nobody wants to increase the budget to cover it, but everybody wants it. So, this boils down to you
I
cake and
didn't
eat
say
it
I
too.
want it, I don't care if I'm filmed.
I don't care if I'm filmed either. I just want an accurate depiction. And I think that's the problem that we have. We're not getting an accurate depiction. And the only way to solve an accurate depiction would be to have
Compared to the audio
a corporate
Well,
on
wait,
video.
back in February when you guys voted no for what was up, the 52,000, you said there were 19 live stream viewers, wasn't that it?
Yes.
So we're 19 people for a few hours a month at 4 meetings. Doesn't make sense to me, no matter what.
I totally agree. Nick, did you have a
I
question?
do, I have a comment.
Okay.
There is
You're-
an act, we audio stream every meeting, and we post the recordings. And we also have, there's a person in the audience that hosts the full meeting online without the misleading
Well,
and,
sometimes a little
and intentionally malicious
No.
I do too.
comments.
I do post the whole meeting online.
No.
Absolutely do.
Yep.
Do not, Suzanne. I do. Whole meeting's online.
But you also intentionally go after and attack every member of the board and the administration.
Hey,
Slow down.
look,
Hold on.
look, I wish the lawyer was here, because he can do that. He can do whatever he wants to with the video he takes. And the remedy for you is to sue him. If you think that he has slandered you or defamed you, get a lawyer and sue him. That's the remedy. Stop the complaining.
Yep.
This happens in every venue, okay? It does. I'm sorry it happens, but it does. Every politician, and whether you like it or not, you've run for an office, gets slandered or defamed in some way. You have to decide if it's bad enough to sue the man. Now, you can get a lawyer and discuss the issues. You can. And then if you find that his behavior is that egregious and the lies that he tells about you are that awful, then sue him in court. That's your remedy. We have a First Amendment that guarantees the freedom of speech, and part of that is lying, whether you like it or not. And the remedy, once again, is suing him. Sue him. Get a lawyer and sue him if it's that bad. That's the remedy. What I really would like to see us do is get over this hump. All right? We know the behavior. It's been going on for months. Let it go. All right? Like I tell my daughters, you got to be more like Elsa. Just let it go. All right? It's not bothering you. It doesn't bother me because I don't go watch it. And if you're afraid that someone's thinking something because of what he said, well, then you've got to address them. If somebody comes up to you and says something to you that he says something about you's bad, then you tell them, you correct him, or you correct them and their belief of what he thinks. That's the open arena. That's our system. And you may not like it, but that's what we have. And so let's just leave it and just walk away from it and let him do what he wants to do. And again, I'll say it again, if it's that bad, sue the man.
The question you should ask yourselves, no matter what it is how does it benefit the children, the students?
I agree.
That's
Look,
the only
I'm not
question you need to
condoning his behavior, but the fact of the matter is, legally, he can do what
Yep.
he's doing.
Well, we should
So-
make sure he doesn't monetize it though, because that would be against policy.
He doesn't want
And, well, and, I mean.
YouTube's
it's just- It's just unfortunate, because anybody that's in one of these positions that cares about the district.
It is.
Students of the district, wouldn't be behaving in the way.
Okay,
that-
I agree with you, but again, we come back to the fact, he
Yep.
can do that. And that's that. And if anybody's listening, if you want to know how I feel about it, ask me. If you want to know my version of it, ask me. You can send me an email. I will return your email if you direct it to me. All right? But if you direct it to the whole board, I'm not answering it. If you want a question from me, if you want an answer from me, then send me a direct email. I will gladly answer your email about anything that I feel comfortable answering about. Now, if I don't feel comfortable answering about it, I may seek advice from the professionals that we employ. That's what we hire them to do. All right, so if you don't trust Dwayne, or if you want, if you don't trust the other board directors, then come ask, and I will certainly give you my viewpoint. I'll discuss anything with you. I have no problem doing that.
And I
And
encourage.
I don't think any
everyone-
other board member does.
I encourage every other board member to give your personal opinion. Remember, it's your opinion and your opinion only, and you need to state that, but that's the way the program works.
It is, it is. And so I'd like to see us get over this hump and just leave it alone.
Yep.
You know, we spend too much time on this.
Yep.
And unless there's some, something that, you can do legally, then, that's your answer. Take it to court.
Okay. Is there any other new business? Hearing none, I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second, Danielle Brenneman.
All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Amen.